Hi everybody, it's Willow from Willow Moon Mystical, and I am here again with Liz. And tonight we are going to be doing some home protection bottles. So Liz, we have 4 bottles because you need one for each corner of your yard. And we have our corks and we have a black and white candle. Did you bring the dirt for your yard?
I did.
I gave you a little tray.
Oh, beautiful.
So the protection spell bottle is a variation of the protection bottle I created back in 2012. This protection spell bottle was designed and created after several hurricanes have brought devastation and destruction to Florida and other parts of our beautiful country over the past few years. This bottle can be made up in any amount and buried wherever the witch feels one needs to be. Please feel free to alter any parts of this spell to fit your intentions and work off of what you already have. So if you don't have all of these ingredients, just think of what ingredients means protection for you, and those will work just fine. Remember, it is the heart of the witch, conviction, and your intention. So what we have here, the materials we have are the 4 bottles with corks. We have a black candle for protection and banishment and grounding, a white candle for purification, cleansing, and protection. We have graveyard dirt for the vitality of earth and for summoning our ancestors for their assistance. Coffin nails to represent ancestors, and to nail the spell down, you'll need one for each of the bottles you make. So I have those here. You want to go ahead and get us out 4 of those?
Yeah.
Then we need dirt and sand from your yard. It doesn't matter if you rent or if you own. As long as you're still living on the property, it is considered your home, your safe haven. The herbs that we are using are jasmine, angelica root, stinging nettles, and clove. The crystals that we will be using, I already put them in your tray, are black tourmaline chips. Now this worksheet is Book of Shadows.
Ooh, wonderful.
And then here's the spell that we'll be using. It is protection of home, state, and country. It is by the powers that be of land, air, fire, and sea. Great protection I summon to me. Herbs of earth, bring forth thy word. Dirt of ground, be solid and sound. Ancestors' protection I desire from storms, rages, floods, and fires. Protection for my home and family. Protection for my county, state, and country. This is my will, so mote it be. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to take the black candle and light it. And guess what I didn't do? I got to pause this for a minute and grab the other items.
Gotcha.
Got it almost close, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Thank you for waiting for us. We are back and we have gotten everything all set. So set your candle directly ahead of you. So move your sand over and set it there. Perfect. So we take our black candle and we light it, and we can drip it onto the white, but I don't want to do that with this one, okay? This creates your spell candle. Focus on your intention and desire. Okay, notice don't leave candle. And okay, so the first thing we want to do, all right, I'm going to stop here with this because I know how to take it from here. So we have our little bottles, okay?
Okay.
And do we have brown paper out here? Or is that one more thing I'm going to have to go grab? All right, just wait here for me real fast and I'll grab something, okay?
Okay.
My viewers are pretty used to this, Liz, because I do this a lot. I seriously do this a lot. So we're going to put our bottles on this. So we want to line up 4 bottles. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to consecrate the graveyard dirt, because this is what's going to go in first. And we're going to take a little bit of this and we're going to mix it in with
That.
Yep. So just dump the dirt into your sand and just kind of like mix it. Okay. You ready?
Yes.
So just lay your hands over it, flat like this. And we say, I consecrate this soil
So,
to protect my home
to protect my home
with the blessing and guidance of my ancestors.
with the blessing and guidance of my ancestors.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
So we just want to take some. Now you're going to have some left over, and you can just take that home, and you can use it on your altar or anything that you would like to use it for. So we just want to take and kind of like just put a little pinch in each one. A whole lot of ingredients are going to in these bottles, so you just like want to cover just the bottom like this, because we got a whole lot of ingredients going to be going in these things.
Just like that.
Mm-hmm. You know how I always tell you, trust yourself to know.
Yes.
Well, for some reason, I'm trusting myself. I need a little bit more of this mixture in there than just to cover the bottom. So I'm adding just a little bit more than that. So if you, yep, you got it. That's
Yep.
what I'm doing. Absolutely. So now that we have those in there, now whenever you go to a graveyard and you're going to collect graveyard dirt, when you walk in with a humble heart. Always cast protection around yourself. When you walk in, I never take dirt directly from a grave unless it's someone I know and I want to work with that energy. And instead, I will collect it up. I will put like flowers. I'll plant flowers in the graveyard and take the dirt from there. Because remember, it all mingles together. All energies mingle together. And then I'll take it from there. That's the reason why I have graveyard dirt and not grave dirt.
Yes.
Okay? Graveyard has a church. If it doesn't have a church, it's a cemetery. I really don't collect from cemeteries. I do collect from a graveyard. And the graveyard I like to collect from is the one where my father's buried down in Ohio.
Yes.
It's also a haunted graveyard.
Ooh.
So then after I collect the dirt, I plant the flowers and I take the dirt. I dig it up, take the dirt, plant the flowers, put new potting soil. I leave a quarter, a nickel, dime, and a penny. Okay? As an offering to spirit, I also leave some tobacco.
Now, do you put it underneath the plant that you?
Well, you can, because understand that's metal and it's just going to go back into the ground. But when you leave that penny, make sure it is a pure copper penny, because that's nutrients that goes back into the ground. So that's what I do. I leave a quarter, nickel, dime, and penny, and then I leave some tobacco. I say a prayer for any lost souls, and then I get up and I will walk out of the cemetery. But the last 10 steps, turn and walk backwards. Walk out backwards so nothing can just, there's no hitchhikers. And then there's a little spell I like to say, which I'll teach that to you later. Okay? So that's how this is gathered. And, you know, so I trust it. Look how fast our candles are burning.
Yep.
Spirit is here. Okay, the next thing we want to add is we want to add in our tourmaline. And let's enchant this as well. I enchant this tourmaline to absorb all negative energy and transmute it into positive protective energy.
Turn it into positive protective energy.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Then we're just going to drop one into each. Tourmaline, it don't take much. Just use up whatever you have there. I love black tourmaline. You know, one of her sisters at Circle last night was wearing a black tourmaline necklace I gave her.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because she, you know, her being a Reiki master, she deals with so much energy. I just wanted her to have a little bit more layer of protection.
Yes.
Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do, the last thing we're going to add is our coffin nails. So now we're going to add some jasmine. It doesn't matter which order we add the the herbs. Jasmine's kind of pretty, so I'm going to save that for top. Let's add in our angelica root first, and this is to summon in the protection of the angels. Okay, so you just want to put a little bit in each one. You know, I done a workshop of these right between Hurricane Helena and Milton, because Helena done such devastating, and it was originally thought Milton was going to be coming straight for us.
Yeah.
So we created these bottles and put them around our property, and we also asked for our state, to be blessed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our county and our state. I want to add a little bit more angelica. And the only thing my property suffered, and when I heard from the other witches, the county done really well, but the only thing my property suffered was an awning got a little twisted and bent. And
Yes.
basically that's all. We kind of like seen that kind of damage throughout the whole area where we are. So we're grateful for that. All right, we have the angelica. You ready
Yep.
to enchant the angelica?
Yes.
Okay, the way we're going to do these is just pull your bottles in, place them over top. I charge and enchant this angelica
I charge and enchant this angelica
as I invite my archangels to come in
as I invite my archangels to come in
and share their blessing upon these bottles of protection.
and to share these bottles of
Their blessings.
blessings and protection.
This is my will, so mote it be.
This is my will, so mote it be.
So now we're going to add the nettle. This is actually stinging nettle, but the sting is all gone from it. So I'm going to grab some of this and pass this over to you, my love.
Perfect. So sure. Okay.
However you want to do it. There's no rules, you know that. I don't believe in rules. I believe there's applied sciences to magic, and I believe everyone should learn those sciences. I don't believe we just wing it.
I agree.
So far into the bottles, we took dirt from our property and graveyard dirt, and we mixed those together and enchanted them. And then we added angelica root and asked the archangels to send their blessings and protection. And now we are adding stinging nettles, and we're getting ready to charge the stinging nettle. You ready?
I am ready.
I charge this nettle
I charge this nettle
to sting and put down
to sting and put down
anything or anyone
anything or anyone
that tries to bring harm against our home,
who tries to bring harm
against our home, our family,
our
our county, our state,
and
our country.
So
mote it be.
So mote it be.
So now we have the nettle down. Now we're going to add in the clove. And the clove is just like also nailing it down. We use it to nail it down. So we'll need 4 pieces of clove. Try that.
Wow, nice. Look at that.
Try that. And we'll put one of those in each bottle. I couldn't do that again if I tried, right?
You might shock yourself.
Maybe. Smell that clove?
Oh, yes.
I love clove. I just don't like it in a toothache medicine, that Red Cross.
Yeah,
nasty. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I charge this clove for its protection.
I charge this clove for its protection.
To speed it up and to heat it up.
To speed it up and to heat it up.
And to provide protection abundantly.
And to provide protection abundantly.
This is my will, so mote it be.
This is my will, so mote it be.
Now we get to add our jasmine. And honey, don't be afraid to add the jasmine. Jasmine is for protection. And I love jasmine in a bottle. So you better believe I'm adding jasmine.
I love the smell of jasmine.
I do too. In the early spring, my daughter-in-law's got a beautiful jasmine vine growing near a trellis with jasmine all over it. Oh my God, it smells so good when we go out there.
Oh, yeah.
But just as quickly as it comes, it goes.
Oh, yes. Especially during the cold. We have it on our backyard on the fence. I can't wait.
I
for
tried to
it.
build on this fence behind me, but guess what? It didn't happen, and it's not my fence. It actually belongs to the people behind us. But you can see it's been there for over 60 years.
Yeah,
I like the aesthetic.
me too.
It's falling down. I noticed it, and I asked Don, could he go out and tighten up the boards that's came loose? Because he's had to tighten up nearly every one of them. He says it's not going to last much longer, but I'm hoping. Okay. See, the jasmine's pretty.
Yes.
Why can't we have pretty bottles, right?
Oh yes.
So now we've added the stinging nettle. So now we're adding the jasmine into the bottles. And jasmine, we're using jasmine for protection. And for exorcism, actually. Did you know jasmine was used for exorcism?
I didn't know that.
Yes, it's exorcism is to exorcise any entities or evil spirits that tries to come around.
Hmm.
Well, you know, like that Hurricane Idalia that came a couple of years ago and destroyed Cedar Keys and all up that way. They called her a sea goddess because of the way she came in off the Gulf and just, you know, havoc.
Yeah.
So if that's not an entity, wonder sometimes if things just don't get attached to those, to be honest. I am going to take a matchstick, but I'm not lighting it. I want to use it to help poke down this in there because we got to make room to pour in the white wax.
Yes.
So make sure we leave a little room. I don't want to, but we will. I'd rather have jasmine. Okay, you all set?
Just about.
Okay.
Just trying to get.
Like me, you're not wasting it. You're putting it in there.
I am.
Yep. I don't like wasting.
I put everything in there.
Did you put your new moon abundance check in your wallet?
I did.
I did too. I was so surprised when I looked and I seen Circle last night was right on the first new moon of the year.
Yeah.
I thought, oh my God, we gotta do new moon abundance check. Now keep that spell because that's Book of Shadows worthy, and you
Yes.
can, you can repeat that. You can do that little witchling you have at home too,
Oh yes.
and your boy. I'm sure there's things he wants to manifest.
Oh yes, he does.
You ready?
Yeah.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Trying. I'm trying to put all of them in there. Okay,
Don't
there we
blame
go.
you. You ready?
Yep.
So we're going to put our hands on them again. We charge and enchant this jasmine
We charge and enchant this jasmine
for the property of exorcism,
for the property of exorcism,
to exorcise in any evil spirits or
to
entities that
exorcise
tries to
any
attack
evil
our land,
spirits and entities that tries to attack our land,
our family, our home,
our family, and our home,
our county, our state, and country.
our county, our state, and our country.
This is our will.
This is our will.
So to be.
So mote be.
Now we get to put in our coffin nails to drive it home. So you're just going to drop one down in each. You know what? Actually, don't. I'm going to teach you to do this now while we're here. So I need to get this little booger out. Or just give me another nail, would you, hon?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to stop here.
Okay.
We're going to take our white candle and we're going to drip it into the
Oh,
bottle.
okay.
Not
Not
into the bottle. Okay? Are you ready? Let's
Yes.
cleanse our candle. Okay, now face it towards us as we're bringing this energy in. I charge and enchant this candle
and enchant this candle
for purification
for purification
and cleansing
and cleansing
and for divine protection.
and for divine protection.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
So let's light from our black and let's just let the wax drip. When you see, don't choke it out like I do. You see how I'm doing that? You'll hold it in an angle like this, because remember, it can get hot. So hold it in an angle and try to hold it over your bottle and just let it drip in. Be careful not to get burned. I found out the hard way. If you hold it straight up and down, it'll just go out on you and it'll fly up and burn you. Found that out the hard way too. So this takes a little bit, Liz, but that's okay. We're going to fill it up as much as we can with wax. We want to seal all that down in there. We're sealing all that together, all that protection. The blessing and guidance and protection from the ancestors, the blessing and guidance and protection from the angels. We're just sealing it all together. That wind's picking up. You feel that?
Oh, yes.
Yes, I need to turn this way because it was blowing it right on my hand. It's dripping, but I don't know where it's dripping. I don't see it going into the bottle. There we go. Blinded by the fire. And I don't even know if that's going in there. It's hard to see that fire right up my face. There we go. Oh, look at that. The whole time I was on the outside of the bottle.
Oh,
that's a willow thing. That's a willow thing. You know it is. This is what takes the longest. You know, some people use those things where you heat up the wax pellets.
Yeah.
I have one of those actually, but I was taught, you know, to do it the analog way because you're putting that energy in there. So with the drip of with each drip, you're putting that intention in there of what you enchanted that candle for. And that's how I was taught. And that's how I still continue to practice.
Very well.
Oh, we got a wild kitty in our yard. That cat's been around here longer than what I've been around here. Tried to feed it once and it came up to eat and I tried to pet it and it don't like to be messed with. So I learned real fast not to mess with that cat. Okay? Now we're going to add just push your, you can go ahead and push your cork in. Each one of them.
Okay.
Now if it looks like you got a small cork and it's going to just go straight through, then you might want to wait before you push it all the way down.
Okay. So just.
Yeah, because you don't want it to.
So don't put the coffin nails in?
Not yet. Those are going to go last.
Okay. So don't push it in all the way.
Right. So if you see this cork was small and it want to go right down inside the bottle.
Yeah.
So push them down so they're snug, but see if they're going to go all the way in or if they're going to seat like this. That might be a small one. Right there. Oh, it's not out here. Okay, so this is the one we might need to watch. That one right over there, push that down and see what it does. Is it going to go all the way in?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, see, then we need to get you a bigger one. You can push that on down in there. It's not going to hurt anything. These are going to be buried in the yard, so
okay.
Try this one and see how that fits. So going to do the same thing?
Yeah, it looks like it.
All right, you want to pull that out? I'm going to run in and see if I can get you another one, okay?
Okay.
So I just grabbed the bag of corks, and you can find one.
That will fit that.
Yeah, that will fit without going all the way down into it. That's
There we go.
perfect. Okay, so now what you want to do, and this is going to take a little bit on your part, okay?
Okay.
You want to take this nail, put it on top, and push it down through that cork. Now, the way I do it is I get it started, and I turn it over, and I cheat. Like that. But what that done, we just nailed this down. We fixed it, okay? And we're going to do that to each one.
Okay.
So you're just going to get it started, then turn it over and let the table do your work for you.
Perfect.
Yeah. I wasn't too smart and done that the first time I made these. I tried to do it myself. And the spirit is like, Willow, work smarter, not harder. So there we go. Heck of a lot easier, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
So what those nails does is that really just seals all that down in there. It nails it down. And I'm going to push on mine and make sure my corks are in there as tight as I can get them. So this is what our little bottles look like so far. And we put the cork, after we drip the white wax into it to seal everything together, we put the cork on, and then we put the coffin nail, or the coffin style nail, through the top to nail everything down. So now what we're going to do is we are going to enchant these where we are. Okay, we're going to chant the coffin nails. We enchant and charge these coffin nails to nail down our spell.
To nail down our spell.
To nail down our protection.
To nail down our protection.
For our family and home.
For our family and home.
Our land.
Our land.
Our county.
Our county.
And our state.
In our state.
This is our will.
This is our will.
With our ancestors and guides present.
With our ancestors and guides present.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Now we're going to take the black candle. Be careful now. You know it's going to have wax on top.
Yeah.
And now you're going to take the black candle and you're going to seal these on top with the black candle. Just let it. And this is the ultimate protection. We're sealing nail and herbs and crystal and soil, everything together. Now, while we do this, there is a spell here. Are you ready?
Oh. Let me get it. I'm trying to do things.
Yeah. You need some help?
No, I think I got it.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
By the powers that be.
By the powers that be.
Of land,
Of
air,
land,
fire, and
fire
sea.
and sea.
Great protection I summon to thee. Herbs of earth, bring forth thy worth. Dirt of the ground, be solid and sound. Ancestors' protection I desire. From storms, rages, floods, and fire. Protection for my home and family. Protection for my county, state, and country. This is my will, so mote it be. And now we can just let these drip a little bit more till we see we feel we think we've got it covered enough. And then we can blow out our candle by whispering our name over it. Now, a lot of people believe you don't blow out a candle, Liz. They believe you have to extinguish the fire. But something that I had learned from a lady on the internet who has a book out that's called Magic in Your Breath. Her name is Tullery Pennery. And she says that when you blow out a candle and whisper your name, you are taking power or control over the element of fire. It's the same as whispering your name into the wind when
Yes.
you're using the wind, when you're using air, and water when you're using the element of water, and earth as well. And I just really like that. She called it like breathing the breath of life, giving it the breath of life. So that's how I do it. You ready?
Love that.
And there we go. We have created, they're kind of warm, so we can't lift them up right now, but we have created 4 home protection bottles, and these will be buried, one in each corner of our land. So from north to south to east and west, we will bury these. And one thing that we did is at Circle a week ago, we created some more water, some Mars water or Thor water. We will take it after we plant these and before a big storm or hurricane comes. We will go around and just kind of like sprinkle it in the ground to where we planted our bottles, just to give them a little extra charge, send them a little bit of extra energy. Once these are done, they do not need to be done again. We can just go back periodically from time to time, sprinkle Mars water to recharge them. And we'll do a video on creating Mars water maybe someday in the future. But for now, I thank you for joining me, Liz. I thank you for coming.
And thank you for inviting me.
I enjoy having you here. I do.
I enjoy being here.
So, from me and Liz both, if you will, please like, subscribe, and notify. Leave a comment below. Share if you will. But most of all, stay forever magical and blessed be our friends.
Blessed be.